The following program is intended to educate and inform. We discuss cannabis being used as medicine, the culture, science, and controversy of cannabis and cannabis laws. We do not advocate any illegal activity. Moth Networks and their associates do not claim to be lawyers or doctors, nor do they represent themselves as such. All their comments and views are of their own personal opinion and personal experiences. Opinions and claims made by the guests and advertisers on Moth Networks are their own, and all parties agree to the Moth Network use and policy agreement. Moth Network and Moth Network associates cannot be held legally responsible for the statements of the host or of their guests. We encourage all listeners to learn their constitution, to assert their rights, acknowledge their duties, and know their individual state laws.
You are now tuned in to 710 Radio. We are the newest and hottest independent radio station in Colorado and on the internet. The fans named the station. With over 1 million visitors and over 10 million hits. Oh yeah, our website is going bananas. We are the newest and the hottest. This is 710 Radio. 24/7 radio. Stay tuned and tell a friend. The Dabber's Choice. With hot shows 7 days a week.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team fucking here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole...
Are we ready?
What's up, everybody? This is 710 Radio Mod 22.9. I'm Rick Wainwright.
And this is Patrick Partridge. And this is Let's Joke About It.
Hey, yo, so check this out. Yeah.
All of which are American dreams. All of which are American dreams.
That's right, all of which is American dreams. What's up,
Of
everybody?
which they're clouding it up.
They are. They're clouding everything up, man. I'm telling you. The title of the show, man, is If We Can't Get You One Way, We Will Get You Another Way. And, you know, honestly, I like this story just because, man, there's a abundance of information to talk about. And
you know, the evidence is clear. They need to quit denying what they're doing to us. The evidence is out there. It's not helping. It's doing more harm than it is good. They need to stop. Just park the fucking planes.
Right.
Yeah, you built them. You did it. Okay. Now, is there criminal activity? Yeah, and we need to look into that as well. But, you know, as of right now, as of my feelings, is they need to fucking stop. Because, I mean, this article, of course, I mean, it was written a while ago. Well, not a while. I mean, July it was released. But, man, and then all the other evidence of the ingredients in the chemtrails. Wow. It's pretty interesting there.
Yes, it is, man. And so we got a bunch of articles that we're going to talk about, but I have been posting articles up. And the first article that we're going to be talking about comes out of theholisticworks.com. And let me see, the author is, Ishtar Babalu Dinger. I hope I didn't.
Sorry if we butchered that name there, sir.
Or ma'am.
Yeah, or ma'am.
Whichever the case may be.
But thanks for writing the article, by the way.
Most definitely. The article title is Nuclear Chemist Finds Cause of Explosion of Diseases Worldwide is Chemtrails Made Up of Toxic Coal Ash. Yeah, that's interesting. Coal ash that he used, or that author used that word or those words. Okay, so because we're going to get into what else is in there, you know, but he focused on the coal ash, or they focused on the coal ash. So that's, to me, interesting. Okay, for one. All right, so as a 60-year-old, I find it bizarre when people insist that our blue skies were always crisscrossed with blurred white lines. In my memory, they really were not that way. Even 20 years ago, the skies were clearer and bluer, and the thinner contrails from airplanes, which are much higher up, dispersed within minutes, unlike the metallic sheen from chemtrails, which block the sun for half the day. But it seems that however much evidence is provided to show that chemtrailing is real and a present danger to humanity, many cannot face even looking up to see them for fear that their whole worldview would then come tumbling down. They must be talking about the sheeples out there, huh?
Imagine that. Go look at our cover page.
Right.
We're trying to speak to those are the people we're trying to talk to right now.
Right.
You know, this is, you know, you and I were discussing before the shows, you know, the last 15 years, I question whether children born within the last 15 years have ever seen a real cloud, a real weather cloud, if you will. Or it goes even further. Do I even know what a real weather cloud is? Wow. Or were they making them in some other way before they figured out how to disperse them in the chemtrails? I mean, you know, there's a lot of questions to be asked there, and you know, like I said, it's a never-ending rabbit hole sometimes when you start just trying to figure out what the fuck is going on? But I mean, this doctor here really took a serious look at it. So, go ahead, brother.
Okay. It seems that some people need to tell themselves stories, no matter how unlikely the plot lines, about their lives in order to stay sane. They are like children who refuse to grow up, while the rest of us had to put away our toys some time ago. So I doubt this latest report will make much of an impact on them. But it is a welcome confirmation for those of us who are continually being told by the child catchers that we are crazy to believe in chemtrails.
I got a little story to tell you, man.
Okay.
You know, our ministry, we have a cannabis oil program. And we had this individual member reach out. She happens to be an Air Force meteorologist.
Okay.
It's just coincidence that I did broach this subject of what do you make of those? And she was a sheeple. Either that or she was so. I would love to believe that she was just so compartmentalized that she didn't realize what was really going on, or she didn't want to believe it.
Right.
But either way, she had 100 denials, and every one she had, I debunked her, but she would still not. I even showed her where to go look on official government websites, and she still said, well, anybody can put anything up on the internet. I said, and still have a government website address? But yeah, this argument, just, you know, that's exactly what they were talking about there in that paragraph. Is there's people you can broach the subject on, and they'll tell you you are absolutely insane. There is nothing coming out, nothing harmful coming out of the back end of those airplanes. And I tell them, really? Let me explain the difference between contrail and chemtrail. Contrail disappears no different than the steam coming out of your mouth when you breathe out in the cold.
Right.
It disappears. It don't follow you along all day and drip your bad breath shit all over everybody else. That's the difference between chemtrails and contrails. Right. Chemtrails that sit up there and drip shit on you all day. You know? This is getting serious now, folks. I believe it's tantamount on the border, on the grounds of almost, there's a war against our species. Our species as humans. It don't matter about our race. This is killing everybody. Rich, poor, it doesn't matter. The chemicals they're spraying up, you know, it's almost like the medical field has gotten in bed with these geoengineers. It says, this is the chemicals we need you to spray on them so we can extract the most amount of funds by knowing they're going to contract these diseases. And I love the title of the show, because if they're not getting this with vaccines, they're getting this with the shit they're spraying in the air.
Right. Well, you got to. People need to understand that our skin is such a. It's a huge organ, and it's like a sponge.
It's a cannabinoid receptor system.
Right, but I mean, everything that's being sprayed out there and that falls to the ground and gets on you is being absorbed by you.
That's right.
So, all right. Dr. Marvin Herndon is a highly regarded nuclear chemist who is most...
That ain't no joke. Listen to what he did and what he's recognized about. You're not going to poke holes in this guy's record, his career, his character, anything. Listen to what this guy is recognized already for. He's highly recognized when he states this stuff. Sorry about interrupting you, Rick, but I want to make a point that this guy is a highly recognized person. He's not some fucking idiot crackpot that you guys get out there, you head in the sand ostriches that think you know.
Right.
This guy's not one of those.
Nope.
Try poking holes in this guy's deal. Try. Please try. So go ahead.
So
let's tell about what he's done.
He is a highly regarded nuclear chemist who is most noted for finding that the composition of the inner core of Earth is nickel silicide. This month, in the peer-reviewed journal Current Science, Indian Academy of Sciences, Dr. Herndon writes about his findings that chemtrailing or geoengineering is taking place in our skies all over the world and causing major health problems such as autism, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and ADHD, to name but a few. Not to mention...
That's just a few.
Just a few.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention the manifold destruction of planet and animal life.
Wait a minute. What are we?
I'm sorry, say that again?
What are we? Are we not just the same as an animal?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
What are we? We are organic-based life forms, and we are included in both of those things that it says manifold destruction of.
Right.
Now think about that, folks. When you think about when you're trying to wrap your head around this, it states plainly that these devices that they're spraying on us is manifold destruction of plant and animal life. We're organic life forms. Everything, those two things mentioned right there are us.
Yeah.
It is a war against our species, folks. Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry, man.
No, you're fine, man.
This is something that's really, really fucking got me. You know, I've said it for years that there's something to this about all the sicknesses that are exploding and what the fuck they're spraying on us.
Yeah.
And this is just further confirmation. And I dare somebody to step out and poo-poo this. Try to poke holes in this theory. Please, call me a conspiracy theorist now.
Yeah.
When all the evidence is proven to be fact. See, I learned something in 5th grade, fuckers. The fact that one thing, it's only a theory until you prove it to be fact. That's something we learned in 5th grade science.
Right.
Conspiracy theory is a bullshit government word that they try to label someone that's onto something that may be true. True. There's plenty of fucking evidence of the fact that people were accused of being fearless when they knew it was going on before the evidence was found that there was. So don't be accusing me of being a conspiracy theorist when 90% of the shit I've been talking about for the last 15 years is coming true.
Yeah, right.
All
now
right.
who's the crazy one, right?
Yeah. Now who's fucking nuts?
Right. Okay, so let me see. He shows
He
evidence.
says evidence, yeah.
He shows evidence for secret chemtrailing or geoengineering over at least the past 15 years, but which has escalated sharply in the last 2 years.
How many times have you woke up the fucking morning? Because, see, it used to be you'd only see him during the day. At least that'd be the only time I'd wake up and see clear skies was first thing in the morning because they never flew at night.
Right.
Now you wake up and they got big fucking grids almost cut across the fucking skies.
Right. You can play tic-tac-toe
Think about it.
those damn things.
Yeah. Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry. I'm just making that example. I remember when you used to have some part of cleared out sky in the morning. Now you wake up and the fucking sky is covered with them.
Yep.
So they've escalated that up, definitely, I would say.
Okay. The geoengineering activity via tanker jet aircraft emplaces a non-natural toxic substance in the Earth's atmosphere, which with rainwater liberates highly mobile aluminum.
Anybody out there that's going to be listening, you go ahead and Google aluminum, barium, and then you look up the ingredients in chemtrails, and you find out what those two chemicals does to the human body.
Well, let's just real quick. I remember growing up. I witnessed a couple of times where the owner no longer wanted the dog, wouldn't take it to the vet. So you know what? He made the dog go mad. Now you know how he did that? Aluminum pellets in his dog food.
Oh, I know people that used to put gunpowder, the same makeup in gunpowder as aluminum and all these other good stuff. I know old men that used to do that with dogs just to make them mean.
Yes.
Feed them gunpowder and keep them chained up and tell everybody, don't go near that dog, he'll eat you up. But, we grew up in a different generation, but now we went from having old men give it to dogs to where they're fucking
where
giving
the old
it
men
to
are
humans.
giving it to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a hell of a jump from dogs to humans, huh?
Well, when I started seeing them being sprayed, man, I always asked, because my grandfather used to have apple trees, and we'd hire this gentleman, he'd come over and he would net the apple trees. And then he'd take out this big old pump sprayer, and I'm sure you've seen them. They got the can on the bottom where the motherfucker got to hold it, and he'd come out, and he had a big old mask on, and he'd spray the shit out of them trees, and we couldn't go near him for a week.
Uh-huh.
All right? And then he'd come back, and he'd take the nets off, and they'd be big old dead bugs and shit all in the net. But my point is I always ask, when did we become the goddamn bug?
That's a good question.
When did we become the bug to where we get sprayed? I don't know. I've asked this question for years of what species, because used to be I think it was a race or, like an enemy had infiltrated it.
Uh-huh.
Like a Germany or, my theory is Operation Paperclip. They have infiltrated our government. But now I'm more believing that there's alien to it. There's beings that are not us that really believe that we're in their fucking way. And there's so many of us, they've got to kill us. Or, that's what I'm beginning more and more to believe because, man, it's in our food. They're killing us with the fake food. They're killing us with the sprays. They're putting shit in our water, our fluoride, and all this shit in our water. And all of our water goes to a water treatment plant. What the? Why do you got to treat water? Water is supposed to be good. I mean, these are things that even growing up, I couldn't get my head wrapped around as to why we would do these things. But go ahead. Let's get into this coal ash thing.
It is making sense now.
Yeah, completely.
All right.
I'm not as crazy as they thought I was.
Right. Kind of makes me feel good because I asked some of those same questions. So, all right.
Yeah.
In a shocking new development, Dr. Herndon cites coal ash or fly ash as the delivery system for highly mobile aluminum. Coal or fly ash makes up the second largest industrial waste stream of the United States economy, with 140 million tons needing to be disposed of annually. Wow. He writes...
Wait a minute. They got waste, and they can't get away with it. Well, now, wait a minute. You know what's funny? And this goes back to the fluoride. At one time, people don't realize that where they get the compounded fluoride that they're calling fluoride right now is actually oil refinery byproduct. It actually scraped off the inside of the smokestacks. And 25, 30 years ago, before they found out that fluoride is supposed to be good for you, they used to get fined by the EPA if they were found dumping it anywhere.
Wow.
Now they get paid to produce it and pour it in our fucking water. Oh, and you know where the first time mass use of fluoride in water ever was discovered and found?
Huh.
Auschwitz.
Oh.
Fucking Nazi Germany prison camp.
Oh, really?
Yes, fact. So go ahead with this potash shit now, this coal ash.
Okay. He writes, clandestine dispersal of coal fly ash and the resulting liberation of highly mobile aluminum, I posit, is an underlying cause of the widespread and pronounced increase in neurological diseases, and as well as the currently widespread and increasing debilitation of Earth's biota. Okay. He writes in the
biota is the biosphere.
Oh,
and
okay.
And like the the thing that makes the Earth, what makes our Earth, our planet, livable is it grows the trees, that cleans up the toxins in the air, and while it does that, it also creates oxygen. So in other words, what we pollute, it feeds the trees, feeds the carbon dioxide, in return gives us oxygen. Well, if they kill that system, we die.
Right.
All right? So go ahead. I'm sorry, but yeah, that's
no, you're
just
fine. Because I wasn't quite sure what biota was myself, so I'm glad you.
That's the whole thing. That's the whole stratosphere. That's everything. That's what keeps us. That's what makes this Earth livable for our species.
Ooh, and they're fucking with it. Okay.
They're killing it.
That's. Although details.
Well, hey, dude. Hey,
go for
that sentence I pointed out up there on top. It says it plainly in that sentence. They're trying to destruction of plant and animal life, bro. So that just goes on to explaining, yeah, that's their intent. That's the intent of all of this in the end of it all, is we as a species no longer exist.
Wow.
Yeah, it's deep.
Wow.
Go ahead. Although details of government's massive tropospheric geoengineering activities are secret and even unacknowledged to date, as described below, there is reason to believe that coal fly ash is the principal ingredient used for geoengineering. Go ahead, Rick.
Wow. Okay, the data presented above constitute evidence that coal fly ash is the principal material being employed in a clandestine geoengineering activities for a period of at least 15 years in America and for unknown periods in Western Europe, New Zealand, and perhaps elsewhere. Such clandestine geoengineering activities have exposed humanity and Earth's biota to highly mobilized aluminum, a toxic substance not generally found in the natural environment and one for which no natural immunity had evolved. Ooh, that's not good.
Now, who are they trying to kill?
Right? Why are they trying to kill the Earth?
No, they're not trying to kill the Earth. They're trying to kill us.
But I'm sorry. I went back and reread. Okay, I understand.
Basically, without that biota, we don't exist. They've got the ultimate weapon against humanity right now, man. They're using it.
Wow.
They're killing off our water. They're killing off our plant food. They're killing off our ability to live off the land. They're exposing us to different shit through smart meters and all kinds of stuff. They're forcing us to poison ourselves. And when we don't, they're just putting a little added bonus up in the air. Think about it, man. It's in our food. It's in our water. When we grow our own food, they're spraying it so it still kills. I mean, we grow vegetables in the same soil that we eat the aluminum in.
Right.
It's deeper than just fucking blowing shit up in the air here, folks. Because the law of gravity says what goes up must fucking come down.
Ooh, yeah, you are right. I'm sorry, I was kind of just reading a little bit further on, man. It's freaking interesting.
Yeah,
here.
it gets deep, brother.
Yeah,
Rabbit hole gets deep and wide right here, bro.
Okay, this next paragraph is kind of something we already had talked about. During the period of coal fly ash utilization for clandestine geoengineering, aluminum implicated neurological diseases showed explosive growth profiles, including autism, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, ADHD, and others, as well as manifold destruction of plant and animal life. Highly mobilized aluminum from the geoengineering dispersed coal fly ash, I posit, is the cause. Even if they were just dispersing the coal ash by aerosol with no added ingredients, it would still be tantamount to spraying the skies with heavy metals, because coal ash alone typically contains arsenic, lead, mercury, cadmium, chromium, and selenium, as well as aluminum, antimony, barium, beryllium, baron, chlorine, cobalt, manganese, molybdenum, nickel, thallium, vanadium, and zinc. Wow!
Oh, yeah, wow! Now, wait, let's stop back. I remember seeing a picture, a meme or something, of a sign that said, Google ingredients in chemtrails. And you just read off the fucking potluck soup. That's all of it that's in there that they've tested on the, if you Google chemtrails, you just give off the whole list of ingredients in chemtrails. Now that explains a whole lot.
Wow.
The basis of chemtrails is the potash. They're not adding the aluminum. They're not adding the barium. They're not adding the zinc. They're not adding none of that. It's already in there.
Wow.
Holy shit, the bed, Fred.
Right.
Now let's hear what our friends at the EPA, we in Colorado, know how friendly those fucks are. But go ahead, let's hear what they found.
So the EPA has found that living next to a coal ash disposal site can increase your risk of cancer or other diseases.
Wait a minute. What has exploded in the last 10 years?
Right. Cancers and the other diseases like he was just talking about.
Fuck around, dude. We're all... Dude, this is... Dude, go ahead, man.
Well, the EPA also states that if eaten, drunk, or inhaled, I would have to say, soaked through your skin.
That's eating and inhaling it and drinking it. If it's in the air, you're breathing it.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, true. All right, these toxicants can cause... And
of course, when you have something sitting out and you're drinking it without a fucking lid on it or something covering it, it's falling in your drink.
Right.
And it's in the air, so it's everywhere. It's not just like, well, if I stay in my house, I'm not getting it. No, it's in the fucking air. This is a chemicalized weaponry right here, folks.
It is, man. It's like a dirty bomb
against humanity. Now go on and tell the show, talk about the fucking issues. And let's look around us today and see how many friends and see how many family members are inflicted with these same fucking diseases. Go ahead, man. I'm fucking mad, dude. This is just sickening.
Oh, it is. It is.
This is worse. This is worse than the football fucking scandal, the fucking cheating out of fucking money. This is worse because these are the cocksuckers that are causing all of that to come to fruition.
Right. So it says
this is worse.
So the EPA states that if eaten, drunk, or inhaled, these toxins can cause cancer and nervous system impacts such as cognitive deficits, developmental delays, and behavioral problems.
Wow. Sounds like fucking all this autism shit.
Right, right.
Well, we already know that the vaccines causes a lot of it. Now we're seeing what may be causing the other part of it.
Man.
It's not caused by the fucking mother and father or anything they've done.
Right, right. Whoa, you're right.
It's easier to blame it on you than to blame it on what we're fucking forcing in you.
Right, oh yeah. Man.
All right, now let's carry on. Now we're going to get into the heart of the fucking matter.
Yep.
Everyone we know, folks, I promise you, and I'll stand by this, and if you prove me wrong, I'll stand on the corner and you can fucking smack me in the mouth. Everyone you know is afflicted in some way by these next fucking, in this next paragraph.
Right, because they can also cause heart damage, lung disease, respiratory distress, kidney disease, reproductive problems.
Oh, aren't they making $1 billion off selling fucking testosterone?
Oh, you damn right they are.
Oh, wow. Wait a minute. What did you just say? Reproductive problems.
Reproductive problems, gastrointestinal illness, birth defects, and impaired bone growth in children.
Huh.
Right?
Huh.
I know a lot of people with a lot of those symptoms.
How many kids do we know that's got fucking bone cancer? Leukemia is bone cancer, buddy.
Right, right.
Think about that one for a second.
Man, yeah, it's kind of blows your mind a little bit when you hear that and read it and actually sit there and think about that statement.
Me and you have been directly touched by a child being affected by the same shit they're talking about chemtrails causing.
Right.
We watched this kid get healthy through cannabis oil.
We did.
And I'm going to give a shout out to my fucking superhero Landon right now.
Right.
I hope
Team
Sierra
Landon.
fucking lets him listen, although we do cuss a lot in here. That kid's the toughest kid I know.
Yes, he is.
So, as many wars and as many battles as I fought, I can't amount the fucking one day the battles that kid's fought.
Right, right.
So, yeah, we're almost done here. Catch these next two paragraphs and we'll catch to the next article.
Okay. So this is probably why, despite the much vaunted advances in medical science, that doctors' caseloads are bigger than ever, and it takes so long to get an appointment. But until the rest of humanity wakes up, or at least looks up into the skies, the global corporate elite will continue to scam us over our carbon footprint while spraying coal ash into the air.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a hardcore article as far as I'm concerned.
Dude, if this guy did that research, it's pretty amazing. This next article, man, I'm going to tell you, it's got a lot of, it's on geoengineeringwatch.com. And,
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but it's geoengineeringwatch.org.
Oh, okay, my bad. But this gets really into the effects and what it's really doing on a planetary level. We're not talking about just how it's affecting us here in the United States, in America. We're talking about what's going on globally and how it's killing the whole planet. So basically, when they say there's nowhere to hide or nowhere to run, they mean it.
Right?
Because they're killing you on all levels.
All levels.
All levels. But yeah, they've got some insane example pictures. If anyone cares to go to these websites, please do. These pictures are insane. I mean, you know, we show examples. I want to give a shout out to a friend of mine in Detroit, Michigan, Tommy Moulter. This guy is a chemtrail warrior. He puts it in city council's face, state representative faces. He's actually been thrown off Facebook a couple times because he will not only go to the House of Representatives in the state of Michigan, he'll go to the city council meetings and get thrown out of there. But he'll also clog up their website and their Facebook pages with evidence of chemtrailing and asking them, please fucking explain this. Why are you spraying me in the middle of the day while I'm trying to barbecue with my family and friends? That's the examples he takes, why are you doing this? Just tell me why, first of all. And none of them have an example because I believe this is so high up and so compartmentalized that when you ask the everyday individual, even though you think they should know, they don't.
Right.
This government now. I keep wanting to say our government, and like it's limited to our little section of the planet here. But whoever the powers that be, they don't give a shit. And they're experts at compartmentalization. They're experts in it. The least you know, the better. But yeah, go out and do your fucking job. And you know as well as I, you've been in the military. You know that is for fact in the military.
Right.
It's so compartmentalized that this is insane. Let's go ahead and start this article, and then we'll go ahead and take a break. Let's read the first half of this article before I get there to the pictures, and then we can take our break, and we'll come up after that.
That'll work. All right, so as we stated, this is off of geoengineeringwatch.org. It doesn't have a author, but the article title is Chemtrails, a planetary catastrophe created by geoengineering.
A planetary catastrophe. Let that sink in a little bit.
Yeah, right. All right. Planet Earth has been besieged by many and diverse scientific experiments over the past 100 years.
Wow, wait a minute. If the Earth has been experimented on, that means we have been experimented on.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
We can go into... Yeah, that's another show right there, too.
Yeah, but go ahead with this one. But I'm just saying, people got to think about that as well. If they're doing these tests on the Earth, we're being exposed to those tests as well.
That is a fact. All right. Applied science and technology has seen a literal explosion of top secret and highly classified operations. Oh, yeah.
Facebook. Oh, did I say that?
Highly classified operations conducted in the atmosphere, throughout the planetary surface, as well as deep within the Earth's crust. However, none comes close to the degree of round-the-clock damage inflicted on the biosphere as the DARPA sponsored program of geoengineering. DARPA.
Oh man. DARPA.
I was trying to figure out what DARPA stood for. I will find that out. Okay. So just one component of this secret geoengineering program is known as chemtrails. For those who have never heard of chemtrails, They are not to be confused with contrails, which are the normal exhaust vapors ejected from the jet engines in flight. Here's a photo of numerous chemtrails having just been laid down by a special jet equipped to do the job. Can you imagine the government has labeled these chemtrails as normal contrail activity? And if you see the pictures, you will know that there is no way in hell that is normal contrail activity.
Go ahead and read that section right there, and then let's go to a break. Let the pictures sink in.
Which one? The geoengineeringwatch.org. This website is most definite.
Yeah, read it down to the section of the pictures, and then they can scroll. And while we're at break, and let them really see what they're explaining. You don't have to read about geoengineering website, but
actually, I kind of want to do that.
Yeah, go ahead then.
Okay, so this website is most definite on the internet. Definitive. Yeah, thank you. Internet regarding geoengineering, chemtrails, and other related subjects in which inform the thesis. Geoengineering is systematically pushing the planet past points of no return because of the convergence of several other destructive paradigms. Man, that's deep.
Mm-hmm. Let that sink in. Read this and then let them look at the pictures and let it sink in for just a minute.
Okay. So every reader of this article needs to understand that where it concerns the outright destruction of the human habitat, geoengineering reigns supreme in its potential to render the planet unfit for life. All life. Human, animal, and plant.
Well, wait a minute. And we're allowing them to do it.
Right? This
Science and evidence both are proven to are proven out that this is going to lead to planetary fucking annihilation, and we're still allowing to do it. Think about that as you continue to read.
Wow. Geoengineering has so many different facets to it, each of which are extraordinarily harmful to all levels of the Earth's atmosphere, the entire surface environment, as well as the subterranean geology and oceans of the world. Wow.
See what I was telling you? It affects everything.
Wow.
Go ahead.
All right.
Yeah. So, I can go ahead. Go ahead. It's so dangerous and little understood are the far-reaching repercussions of this geoengineering assault that those of us who are initiated in this realm wonder if we are literally 1 minute to midnight. For the reader's benefit, we have included a short photo documentary so that all doubt will be removed as to the pervasiveness and relentlessness of chemtrail spraying of the skies throughout the world.
Wow.
Yeah. You about ready to go to break, man?
Yeah, let's go to break. All right, guys. This is 710 Radio Mile 22.9, and this is Let's Talk About It. We will be right back after this short break, man.
Don't go.
LMW Agency. That's LMW Agency. It's the home of One Blunt Radio. It's the home of 710 Radio. It's the home of Cannabis University and Cannabis Museum. Yes, you can contact us at lmwagency1@gmail.com. It's the home of Olympic Newts. Yes, it's the home of Moth229.com. Moth, medicine of the herb. You can find Olympic Newts right now in stores like HTG Supply, like Grow Depot, like the Speak Easy Vape Lounge in Colorado Springs, heading to Humboldt County. LMW Agency, the home of Blunt TV. Cable TV, coming soon.
What's up, my 710 radio listeners? Rick Wainwright here, and I want to tell you guys about a church that I am a member of and support fully. They're called Green Faith Ministries, NAC, and they are the nation's first and only state and federally approved non-denominational cannabis church. They've been serving the community with cannabis-friendly church services, educational events, and outreach programs. We only grow with your support, and our services are fully funded through donations from patients, patrons, and community supporters like yourself. Green Faith Ministries is a branch of the Native American Church and is a religious charity organization. So I ask you to please support our work with a tax-deductible donation today at www.greenfaithministries.com. Because your faith with Green Faith Ministries is a match designed by the Creator.
drift now, prone to slip and slide. Can't you see that it is time to be here? Don't waste your life inside. And can't you see that you will not return here? Resist the chance to hide.
Alright, guys, we're back to 710 Radio Mile 22.9 in Denver, Colorado.
Welcome back.
Yep, this is Let's Talk About It. Alright, so we left off you guys to look at some pictures while we were on break. Hopefully you did that. And so...
In full disclosure, I did hear Rick saying wow a few times. So.
You know, it was blowing my mind, man. I mean, you know, look, I've done shows on chemtrails myself, okay? But... I mean, to really kind of delve into it this deeply, you know, it's kind of just, it really opened my eyes a little bit wider and made me, you know, shake my head going, oh my goodness, you know, I mean,
mine too, bro. I've been on it for a while, but it's all coming together is what I'm trying to say. And I'm having these wow moments going, wow, it's all coming together. That explains that. That explains this. That it's like you know, and when you piece it all together, and me and you discussed it before on this show, or you and I rather, how I'm a big puzzle guy. I don't look at one thing and say that's a complete picture. I take it as a part of a bigger puzzle piece, and what I'm seeing here explains a lot. We're going to, down later on in the article, it shows the list of chemicals that are found routinely in the chemtrail makeup.
And I want to, okay, so now I am here at that screenshot.
Okay.
Right, now, in that list. All right, now I do want to say one thing. There is lead in here, right?
Uh-huh.
Now, does not the FDA, like, keep banning shit with lead in it? And
oh, wait, and there's mercury, too.
Mercury, right, you know, and mercury can, man, kill you quickly.
Hello? There's arsenic.
Uranium. Wait, that's for an atomic bomb shit, ain't it?
Wait, yeah. Hello?
Or bomb-making materials?
Yeah.
Aluminum. You know, they want us to go crazy.
Yeah.
Arsenic. Arsenic. That's your proof that they're trying to poison us to death.
Lithium. They're trying to control us.
Right? Oh.
Dude, I told you about polyacrylate. Am I correct?
I'm not sure. I think you did, but
polyacrylate is a salt that they use at water treatment centers. And you know what what lithium is, am I right?
Yes.
It's a salt. Yes, it's a salt. Lithium is a natural salt. Polyacrylate is a salt. If you Google polyacrylate, the final breakdown of it says lithium. And then you wonder why we can look at other countries and see them have millions of people on the fucking street protesting against what their government is doing to them. And we're too lame to get away from the computer.
Or the front of the TV.
We don't do shit as far as standing up. You know, I said it before on this show, and I'll say it again. The only reason our forefathers gained their freedom is because they were fucking brave in the first place. That's why we're the land of the free, home of the brave. They've taken our ability to be brave. They're fucking poisoning us with lithium.
Oh, man. Okay, so I want to read this paragraph.
Yeah, continue on reading there, brother.
All right. Over the past decade, independent testing of chemtrails around the country have
No. You're missing a section.
I'm missing a section.
Yeah, go on up. It should be. Surely we've made the point by now, and that point is well taken. If not, then one is necessarily compelled to read further. What exactly is a chemtrail? What are the toxic chemicals that they are spraying on us? The term chemtrail is a combination of words, chemical and trail. Just as contrail is contraction of condensation trail. The term does not refer to other forms of aerial spraying, such as agricultural spraying, crop seeding, cloud seeding, skywriting, or aerial firefighting. The term specifically refers to aerial trails caused by the systematic high-altitude release of chemical substances not found in ordinary contrails, resulting in the appearance of characteristic sky tracks. The chemtrail trails left by aircraft are chemical or biological agents. That's warfare, folks. Deliberately sprayed at high altitudes for purposes undisclosed to the general public and directed by various government officials. The existence of chemtrails phenomena has streams that persist for hours and that with their crisscross grid-like or parallel strike patterns eventually blend to form large clouds. Proponents view the presence of visible color spectra in the streams. Unusual concentrations of sky tracks in a single area or lingering tracks left by unmarked or military airplanes flying at atypical altitudes or locations as markers of chemtrails. That is from Wikipedia. And you know, when Wikipedia provides such an accurate description, superficial though it may be, that there's much more to this covert op than even the best researchers have been able to determine. For a more in-depth discussion, we will defer to the experts who have scientifically analyzed chemicals to the greatest extent possible. Their explanation is as good as it gets. Geoengineering Watch. We refer you guys there because they break it down. Has followed, like Rick and I was discussing in that chart. As for the chemical components which have been found in their wake, these known toxins can no longer be denied. The following website is a good place to start through answering these two questions. Geoengineering and chemtrails, what in the world are they spraying and why? So go ahead, Rick.
All right, so then they give you a list of the chemicals which are routinely disseminated via the chemtrail. All right, over the past decade, independent testing of chemtrails around the country has shown a dangerous, extremely poisonous brew that includes barium, nanoaluminum-coated fiberglass known as chaff, radioactive thorium, cadmium, chromium, nickel, desiccated blood. Oh.
What? What?
Yeah.
That's dried blood. That's desiccated, meaning dried blood.
Yeah.
Why are they spraying dried blood on us, bro?
Right? And mold spores, yellow fungal mycotoxins, sorry about that, ethylene dibromide, and polymer fibers.
Remember Magellan's disease?
Yes.
Magellan's polymer fibers.
Oh my goodness. Barium can be compared to the toxicity of arsenic. Barium is known to adversely affect the heart. Aluminum has a history of damaging the brain function.
They want to dumb us down.
Oh, yeah. Independent researchers and labs continue to show off-the-scale levels of these poisons. A few anonymous officials have acknowledged this on ongoing aerosol spraying.
No, it's more than ongoing aerosol spraying. It's an ongoing aerosol fucking assault.
Yes. Yes.
It's on beyond spraying. It's no different than the bug man coming out to kill the roaches in your fucking house or spiders now.
Right, right.
Let's break it. You know, if we're nothing else on this show, we're fucking honest. And we're not going to sugarcoat it. That's what they're fucking doing, folks. Call out the fucking Orkin guy and put him in the air for the fucking kill the humans. You know, and it's no different than that one you put in the fucking in the insect takes it back to its nest and it feeds the nest. What do we do when we go to the grocery store? We buy fucking fake GMO infested food, and then we take it back to our kids, and we kill our kids with it.
Right.
Think about this, folks. It goes deeper than them just spraying us. It's a whole fucking puzzle here. Right. Go ahead, Rick. I apologize.
No, it's all
No, I don't. I don't apologize for shit. Just go on.
We in no way mean to minimize the incessant injury to human health across the planet, which occurs through the breathing and ingestion of the chemicals which are contained in the chemtrails. What good possibly come from barium salts or aluminum oxide or vaporized mercury or strontium-90 or uranium-238 being sprayed throughout the skies worldwide? Clearly, the extremely deleterious effects to human health as well as all living organisms is self-evident. However, the purpose of this essay is not to further unveil their agenda with regard to human engineering of the physical organisms. Wow. Rather, the scope of this article is to lay bare the most profound and fundamental alterations which geoengineering is producing to the planet and its atmosphere. When these are both permanently altered in ways that are irreversible, the human race is then controlled with an extinction level event, or ELE.
Wait a minute. Wait, what? Hold on. Repeat that, motherfucker, one more time, man, please.
When these are both permanently altered in ways that are irreversible, the human race is then confronted with an extinction level event.
Huh.
Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. Wait. Fucking wait! First of all, who allowed this shit to fucking start? Second of all, who believes it's a good idea to fucking continue it? And who in the fuck head's going on the block for fucking trying to make us extinct? When are we going to get off our ass, folks? These fucking people are trying to kill us. That is their fucking blatant, explained intent. It's right here. And they're using our money, black fucking Pentagon ops, of money, funds, to fund DARPA to fucking do this shit. Let's wake up, folks. This is real.
We need
going on right out fucking side our door. It's killing us. It's killing our kids. You want to talk about saving the fucking kids? Let's stop spraying the kids. Let's stop poisoning our kids with bullshit food. Let's stop fucking putting fluoride and shit in our water. You want to save the children? Let's start by saving the race, the species.
The earth.
The human fucking species. Because it's a war, folks. They're saying right here, they're trying to fucking end the planet. All life forms on the planet will go extinct if they continue. And I can look up in the sky right now and see a goddamn plane.
And I mean, human engineering of the physical organism. Wow, that's a...
Hello.
Woo!
They're going to make us docile, control us, and then human extinction.
Wow.
Extinction. How does that get in you? Let it sink in just a little bit further.
Wow.
So yeah, you gotta laugh because it's fucking with you, isn't it?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, okay. Because I might as well talk about my story for a moment because.
Please, yeah. Let's hear something about you, Rick.
All right, so as stated earlier, yes, I was in the military, and I've done a show about this before. I was at Fort McClellan, Alabama, which was closed down in '99 because it was declared the most toxic place in the United States. And any of
preach it, brother.
And any of the soldiers that were there, and anybody that was there, was poisoned. Okay, because you drank the water, you slept in the barracks, you
took a shower.
Right.
Whatever.
Okay, so you were poisoned, and they had to pay the town of Anniston, Alabama, $700 million because 90.
Which we already know, big business only pays fucking 0.1% of 1%. Isn't that what the NFL gets away with paying?
Right. So
let's really consider the monetary value of the damage they did.
Well, see, $700 million really is a very low number, considering that the poison that is in me will not. I spread it to my kids, and it will not be out of our bloodlines for 4 generations. So, in all reality, that should have been $700 million times 4 generations.
Mm-hmm.
All right, because that's how many generations.
What about the 2 generations that were exposed to it before they admitted to it that it was fucking killing people?
Exactly.
Now we got up to 5 generations now, don't we?
Yes.
That they've been systematically killing a whole fucking town. And they don't care.
No, not one bit. Not one bit. So
why would they give a fuck about how much money they give when they print the shit themselves?
Right. Well,
Think about that one. Think about that one, Rick. When they're not really paying with their fucking criminal self by going and doing fucking prison time, or getting fucking killed by the electric chair like one of us would do if we decided to go and poison a fucking town for generations. Think about that one. Let's say you and I own a goddamn business, and it's a plating business, and we got so big we're poisoning the whole town. You don't think one of us is going to fucking prison for that shit?
Right.
Who the fuck went to prison over fucking killing 5 generations of a town?
Yeah. I mean, it's absolutely disturbing. And
because we're talking about not only military soldiers that was coming in and out of there.
No,
we're
because there's plenty of civilians that worked on that base as well.
Yeah.
Civilian contractors. So, they were poisoned as well.
I mean, and it goes back to the same thing. Right up on the top of this on this article, it says, this is funded directly by our money. DARPA. DARPA is a fucking Department of Defense fucking thing. It's funded by us, folks. We're paying to kill ourselves. Wow. I'm going to have to fucking tattoo that on my brain. I said every time we buy a soda, they buy a bullet. Now it's even worse.
DARPA.
They don't have to buy bullets.
DARPA is the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, and it is an agency of the U.S. Department of Defense responsible for the development of emerging technologies for the use by the military.
They're building robotic soldiers to do away with human soldiers. They're flying drones to do away with human pilots. They're chemtrailing us. So would I be wrong to hypothesize that DARPA is designed to figure out a way to function without humans, and then they figure they're killing us, and DARPA is funding this shit, dude. Wow, they're fucking killing us, and we're paying for it. Yay!
All right, yay!
Well. Okay, however, the purpose is not where you're at yet. However, the purpose of this essay is not to further unveil their agenda with regard to human engineering of the physical organisms. Rather, the scope of this article is to lay bare the most profound and fundamental alterations which geoengineering is producing to the planet and its atmosphere. When these are both permanently altered, in ways that are irreversible, the human race is then confronted with the extinction-level events, ongoing, slow-motion, insidious, under the radar, pernicious to living organisms, but nevertheless an ELE, extinction-level event.
Right. Wow.
Go ahead, man. Yeah. I had to reread that again.
Right. No, man. I mean, that's powerful, man. I mean, if you understand what he just said, I mean, that is so...
It's in plain fucking English right there. If you know the contents of Webster's fucking dictionary, and I hope most of you do, it says it right there. They're killing us. Slowly, deliberately, under the radar, insidiously. That means they're doing it deliberately, without give a fuck.
Right.
Slowly. They don't want you to know they're doing it.
Right.
They don't want you to realize till it's over. Bam! Bye-bye all human, all living life forms on Earth. Wait a minute. Hold on. Doesn't that kind of resemble what Mars looks like?
Right.
Think about it. We're seeing pictures where it damn sure looks like some life forms that resemble shit that we would have once lived there. But we're spending a whole lot of fucking money trying to get back there. Trying to figure out how to get back there. Do they already know? Do they already know that they're planning this? Do they already know that this has gone so far that they can't fucking reverse it, and they're trying to go to Mars, trying to figure out how it started so they can figure out how to reverse it? What caused that so they can fucking try to stop this? I don't know, man. It gets deeper and deeper and deeper as you fucking get into it. There's more questions. And up until a couple years ago, they denied that these even fucking were going on. Now we're finding out that they're funded by DARPA. Wow.
Right. All right. Geoengineering is a term which includes highly advanced forms of applied science and technologies, various newfangled chemical agents and synthetic materials, scientific bending of physical reality, as well as an assortment of reverse engineered modalities which are combined to produce specific outcomes.
Sounds like a goddamn vaccine where I told you it's a disease time bomb, huh?
Yeah, wow. Because of the complexity of this essentially callow experiment, there are...
Callous, it should say.
Callous?
Not callow, it should say callous. They don't give a fuck. It's a callous experiment. Yeah. I would say.
Should be callous. There's an infinite number of... permutations which can be executed at any given time or place. Therefore, the number of opportunities for things to go wrong can be intensified exponentially.
Exponentially.
Woo, that was a hard word.
The possibilities are fucking endless, brother.
Right.
Wow. Hey, it's like, fuck it. What can go wrong? Oh, only about a billion times a billion things?
Oh, okay, that's good. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's just fucking do it and just see. Here it gets into it, man. You remember when we were kids, we were told when a butterfly flaps his wings somewhere, a hurricane starts on the other side of the earth?
Yes, I've heard that.
Now continue with the next paragraph.
Okay. Of course, the butterfly effect takes on a new and dramatic meaning in the context of geoengineering, because nothing ever happens in a vacuum on this blue orb of ours. In fact, the more that the scientific community attempts to engineer weather, e.g. by manipulating hurricanes or tornadoes or creating rain clouds, the more the boomerang effect takes hold. A butterfly flaps its wings somewhere and the wind changes, and a warm front hits a cold front on the coast of Western Africa, and before you know it, you've got a hurricane closing in.
And I didn't read that before, man. I remember that from school. The butterfly effect, man.
By the time anyone figured out the storm was coming, it was too late to do anything but batten down the hatches and exercise damage control. That was Karen Marie Monning of Dark Fever. All right. For those who have never seen the actual aerosol sprays being ejected from the planes, which are specially equipped, here are just a few snapshots. We wish to make the point that the global chemtrail operation is certainly a little more consequential than a butterfly beating its wings in Brazil or Botswana.
Yeah. It goes on a grander scale.
Yes.
That butterfly is just a small piece of the big fucking puzzle, man. I told you. It's all a bigger puzzle, man.
All right.
Oh, and then we get into my favorite little place over in Africa. over in Alaska.
The HAARP?
Oh, no way.
HAARP generated frequencies being conveyed through chemtrail-laden skies.
And if you don't know what that is, please Google it. We ain't got time on the show today to go over that. But please go and Google it and learn what fucking HAARP is and what it does and what its capabilities are. And learn the history of it. Because the truth is, it's Tesla's fucking death grip.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's the truth. And they just they didn't build Tesla scale. They built it on a fucking giant scale. But yeah, it's tantamount to fucking moving the ionosphere.
Wow.
Well, we're talking about above the stratosphere, man. They're fucking with the ionosphere. Now they're doing it on lower levels because of the capabilities that they're providing with these chemtrails and the compounds and the chemical makeup of the chemtrails. Go ahead and read.
All right. The rapid proliferation of chemtrail spraying over the past few years has greatly increased the opportunities for frequencies to be disseminated through the new atmosphere that is being engineered. Those frequencies are set to produce a number of different outcomes.
What did Tesla teach us? We're all based on frequency.
Yeah.
Imagine that. And if you don't know anything about Tesla, folks, please, by all means, look him up. Probably the most intelligent man we'll ever have found on this planet.
You know what? That just kind of raised a question with me. Because some of the stuff, like you said, we were taught in school.
Yeah.
And then, I kind of remember when it just kind of quit being taught in school. Now, that makes me wonder if that has a correlation of when it was quit being taught in school and when they started.
Implementing it. I don't know, man. We're getting into the reality of there's a war going on. It's not about drugs. It's not about terrorism. It's not about terrorists. It's about them against the human race. Because they're doing it on a worldwide scale. We read the article. Them dudes are in India. That doctor is studying in India. That fucking article came out about India. That's on the other side of our planet, folks. And they're seeing it there, and we see it here, and we just heard about the butterfly effect. It can't end well. Obviously, it says it's not going to end well for us. Right. When are we going to fight back and tell them to stop this shit? Or force them to stop this shit? One way I know, quit buying shit. Don't go to work. Refuse to buy anything, only barter. If a motherfucker wants something from you, he's got to work for it or trade his goods for it. If you want something, you offer your goods. You don't have no money. Let's quit feeding the beast, folks. Let's quit feeding the beast. The only way they control us is with their fucking money. That's the only way they can finance this shit is with our money. They've made the money. They give it to us with interest, and then they finance this shit against us?
Right.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's quit using their goddamn toy money. Because obviously they're using that toy against us.
Yeah, right. Right. All right. Let me see. The most significant being to slow down the global warming phenomenon, which is currently manifesting everywhere on the planet. I do not believe that.
No, I believe we're in the Earth's cycle. She has a natural fucking pattern.
I believe that.
That's what we're in.
Right,
it's not about... It is climate change.
Sure. But
there is changes going on in the planet. But
yes.
They're trying to monetize it. They're trying to monetize it by claiming what they are. And that's why they're able to do what they're doing. All makes sense now. All makes sense now. They claim something. Here's the problem. Here's the reaction. Here's the solution. Oh, we forgot to tell you. We're killing everybody anyway. Think about it. They created this great thing called global warming.
Yeah. Yes. I believe that.
When in reality, sorry about that. I had to get something to drink. But when in reality, all it is a planetary change.
Yes, that I believe.
Planet goes through cycles, and that's what she's going through.
Right.
But what they're trying to do is just try to find a cause so they can tax it, meaning carbon taxes, which is stupid. That means in the end they'll be able to tax you and I because we are carbon-based people.
Right.
Think about that. Carbon taxes is the most insane fucking thing ever thought of because we are carbon-based beings. You know? We're organic, but our base is carbon. We got the same makeup as the stars. We got the same makeup as the chemical makeup in dirt. Oh, wait a minute. Not this dirt. The old dirt. No. Because shit's been falling in this dirt. But because of such ill-fated attempts to effectuate such drastic changes in weather patterns that have been established for centuries, a century! All right? This shit's been going on for centuries. So now they're trying to fuck with it. We now see drought where rain was once plentiful. Look at California. I guarantee you that fucking I've said this for the last 3 years, man. Since the drought was really started being talked about, as I said, what is the chemtrail action going on over California? It's a direct correlation. If you spray desiccants, it dries up the moisture in the air, so there's no moisture to fall. I know that there's simple things. My brother owns a body shop. He and I had the body shop, and we used to have these things on our air hose that went into our spray booth. It was called a desiccant snake, and what it did is it took moisture out of the airline, so no moisture shot out into the paint and into the paint gun.
Interesting.
Okay, so but it was called a desiccant snake. So it's because it attached to the air hose, and then we attached the paint gun onto that.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, if you dry out the moisture, there's no moisture to fall. And I guarantee you there's a direct correlation over the chemtrail activity over California to the drought activity that's going on there. These are very serious things, and the bad part about it is it's taken us fucking 5 years to get people to actually recognize that there's something fucking up there and something the fuck wrong. Thankfully, we've started. They've been doing it for 15 years, and a few of us, there's more than a few. There's some of us that's been hollering from the rooftops since longer than 4 or 5, 6 years. But now it's coming to fruition. Like I said, man, I've been called a crackpot on a lot of shit that's come fucking to fruition.
Right.
Only because I refuse to believe the narrative. I do my own investigation.
Right.
And if it comes out the same as the narrative, then they're right. But usually don't, unfortunately, in this day and age. Go ahead. Let's continue on with this article, brother.
All right. Because of such ill-fated attempts to effectuate such drastic changes in weather patterns that have been established for centuries, we now see drought where rain was once plentiful and monsoons where there was drought. For instance, there are locations in Northern California and Oregon that have been without rain for 6 months. The forests in that area are literally dying because of the lack of water and their consequence weakening, which makes them susceptible to pestilence and disease. Now, I'm from Oregon and Washington, and we had a saying in Oregon when I was there. People in Oregon didn't tan; they rusted because it rained so much. When I was there, so
wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and so for me to hear that's disheartening to hear.
Well, that's wow, and it's the thing about this shit that I quit having balloons or bubbles because they seem to always get popped. In other words, I quit having a certain belief. Because it seems like when I really believe something and then I dig in a rabbit hole somewhere, it finds like, maybe that ain't necessarily so true. Maybe all of what I believed or what I had been told. Well, let's start with fucking Thanksgiving. We were told that it was a great celebration between Native Americans and Columbus and the Pilgrims. When in actuality, what it was a fucking celebration of a massacre.
Right.
Okay. Of killing Native Americans, not of coming together. Okay, so when I start seeing the curtain being pulled back using the Wizard of Oz vernacular, at first, obviously, I became disillusioned, then I became angry at why in the fuck are they lying to this? Why in the fuck are they doing this? And when I really got mad and started digging in is when I found out that a fucking plant called cannabis, hemp, produces an oil that kills cancer. And my grandmother and my grandfather, the two most important people that I know on this earth to me, were both taken from that with that insidious disease. And then I find out when I do a little more research that cancer is fucking created in a lab.
I'm sure that
and
it was a hard one to swallow.
Do you want to know about anger? I fucking exploded. And now I recognize that's why I chose. Thank you for letting me be the one that choose our opening song. Is I want everybody to recognize that just because they say they're the government doesn't mean they're for us. Doesn't mean they're our friend.
Yeah, right.
And if you do your research, you'll find time and time again those bastards are our fucking enemy. All right? They're creating laws right now to name us, each and every one of us, fucking terrorists.
Right, right.
All right? They are our enemy, folks. There's no friend of the government because all they want to do is tax you. Tell me what property you own if you refuse to fucking pay taxes. They will come take their property from you.
Yeah, right.
So what the fuck do you own? Nothing. They own it all. Oh, but they're our friends. They're only your friends if you live on welfare and you fucking live on your dime, because that's where that dime comes from too, folks. But I'm not talking about welfare because of food stamps. I'm talking about corporate welfare. That's the same kind of welfare. Same kind of welfare that's financing this shit that's being sprayed on us is the same welfare that finances the mother that's working 2 fucking jobs and still can't afford to pay rent.
Right, right.
Who would you rather support? Someone that's trying to live or someone that's trying to fucking kill us? It's time we start making them choices, folks, because the government ain't our friend. They hold the lollipop or the apple in front of our stick called money, and they say, oh, have all this. And what you end up living in is fucking debt, credit card debt, that if you don't pay, you fucking lose everything. You fucking don't own nothing.
Right.
Because if you don't pay your taxes, you lose your home. Then we find out here reading about these chemtrails of the damage that they're doing in the fucking What is that? What? I'm fascinated over that event. Extinction level event.
Right.
They're causing it. We're financing it, and we're fucking smiling and denying it's fucking happening, folks. It's time we wake up.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the evidence. Fucking read it. If you deny it, go fucking jump off a mountain, because that's about what you're worth to us.
Right? All right.
Go ahead. Finish it up, brother.
All right. Likewise, there are areas in the southeast, such as Florida and South Georgia, which have just seen their first monsoon season in modern history. The meteorological dynamics for both of these radical shifts are directly caused by geoengineering. In fact, although it is a very complicated story and one that is almost unbelievable at times, conclusive evidence has been amassed that supports the that's a hard word. Damage to the environment caused by the chemtrails and geoengineering. In our next essay, we will lay bare the geoengineering agenda, which has given rise to these climatological anomalies. When evaluated in the aggregate around the globe, it will be understood that weather patterns on planet Earth will never be the same again. It is for this reason that the Cosmic Convergence Research Group, CCRG, has begun this series on geoengineering and chemtrails. There is perhaps no greater threat to the sustainability of life on Earth than this issue of geoengineering. One of the primary reasons is because it remains hidden and denied by the governments of the world. Therefore,
because they're financing it.
Right. Therefore, it continues unabated and is expanded with every turn of the globe.
Dude, that's fucking crazy. I'm just trying to still get my head wrapped around it.
Yeah, right.
It's fucking such a big piece of puzzle now, man. I've got this big, huge piece that I got to carry around because it ain't the whole picture, obviously. But, man, a whole bunch of this fucking puzzle just came together. You know? Go ahead.
It's all right, man.
It's crazy about what the evidence that's out there.
Yeah.
And you go to anybody on the street and ask them about it, 90% of the people you ask are going to either say, what chemicals or what trails? They don't even know what you're talking about, and then other people are going to say you're crazy.
Right.
But it's real. It's going on. It's fucking killing us. And we're just standing by, drinking our Cokes, watching on Facebook, watching ourselves on TV. And life goes on. Go ahead, brother.
All right. Those of us who know and have witnessed its exceptionally destructive results and have protested have been faced with fierce resistance. We intend to deeply explore the reasons for this unparalleled obstruction and reveal how critical it is that humankind terminate this agenda once and for all. For reasons that will become obvious, the CCRG highly recommends the viewing and distribution of the following two videos. What in the world are they spraying? And why in the world are they spraying? Conclusion. How can there possibly be a conclusion to this introductory piece on geoengineering when we've barely scratched the surface? When glaciers that have survived over millennia are melting at record rates and the
bye-bye.
Yep. And the polar ice caps are disintegrating before our eyes, one begins to apprehend the gravity of this matter. We're one to objectively assess the catastrophic weather events over the past 10 years. It would become readily apparent that forces are at work that cannot be slowed down. Any attempt to do so will only make matters substantially worse. And so they have. Because of man's insistence on playing God with the forces of nature, The normal balance has been irrevocably altered.
What?
Because of man's insistence on playing God with the forces of nature, the normal balance has been irrevocably altered.
Playing God.
Yep.
Isn't it fun when you got a whole bunch of money and don't give a shit?
Yeah, right. Right.
And I want to tell everybody. I want you to look up Bill Gates and his attitude and his money investing in chemtrails.
Well, we're gonna try to cover one more story before it's time.
Yeah. We got to get into one more story, and you go ahead and you.
Let's finish this one off because we're on the last paragraph here. As the scientific community continues to apply a pharmaceutical approach to fix things, it is clear that the much worse scenarios are being set in motion. By treating a symptom of a planetary transformation which must take its course, those governments and corporations responsible have essentially thrown more fuel on the fire of global warming, or global climate change, whichever you prefer, will not be extinguished until Mother Earth has completed a requisite period of renewal and rebirth. It is now time.
How about she's on her period, huh?
Yep. It is now time for the planetary civilization to participate in, rather than impede, this necessary process of planetary metamorphosis. So, very interesting. Very interesting article. God damn. Scary.
Very interesting show so far, huh?
Yeah, man. Alright, man. So, wait.
Get into that one you got real quick about the money behind it.
I'm
The Bill Gates one? I know you got one that...
Yeah, oh, wait a minute. Is this a video? Because it's not showing me any... Oh, that's a bummer.
Oh, it might be a video.
That's a bummer.
How long is it?
4 minutes, 14 seconds, but the thing is, it's on... Oh, well. Okay. Let me see here.
We got about 20 minutes. 15, 20 minutes. So, yeah.
Actually, we got 7 minutes and 15 seconds. Alright. Now I gotta figure out how to bring this bitch up. I refreshed the page, so it's kind of rebuffing right now, so I'm gonna have to probably take my mic here.
Well, we don't have to cover it. We can just share it on the Facebook page, and people can go watch it. Let's talk about what life events occurred in your life this week.
Well, let's see here, man. We were at yeah, it's been a busy week, actually, man. I mean, we've been getting caught up, getting our websites caught up, getting all the printing caught up. Let me see, we...
Did you have a family life event occur, you were telling me?
Oh, man.
Come on, man. You're pretty proud of her. Come on.
Oh, I am. Don't get me
Let's
wrong.
Congratulate her, man. I mean, it's something to be proud of, brother. She did it. She made the decision. She did it on her own.
Yes, she did.
And she passed, and now she is a part of fighting for our freedom.
Well, yeah, my daughter decided to join the Army, and she will be leaving January 5th, I think, for Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, to do her basic training. And after that, she will go to become a military police And yeah,
congratulations.
Yeah, she passed the test, and I mean, I am proud of her. Don't get me wrong, man. I mean, it's just the father in me. I've been
give
able
her props. That's the only reason I brought it up, not to embarrass you.
Oh no,
but
I'm
you
not
give
embarrassed
her
one
props,
bit,
bro.
I'm not embarrassed one bit.
Right
it's
on.
just, I think it was more of, now as a father, I can't protect her. You know what I'm saying?
Well, maybe she's showing you it's time she protect herself.
She'll always be my baby. It's
Of course, but she's showing you, Daddy, look at me. This is what I did. And, every day, I mean, we're talking about, now they're talking about putting women firefighters or women fighter pilots.
Right.
Flying battle. We just had 2 Rangers. I mean, like I said, I've never been in the military. But 2 women Rangers?
Congratulate those 2 ladies that did pass the Ranger course, man, because let me tell you.
Absolutely.
Brutal.
Congratulate them. Big props to those ladies.
Most
Thank
definitely,
you.
man. I mean, I am proud of my daughter, I mean, I of course, I mean, I know she's going to succeed at whatever she does, she's got that Wainwright blood in her,
Yeah. Oh, so you're saying, did it skip a generation with Dad or no? No. Yeah, man. I was pretty happy for you when you brought it up and said it to me. And, I didn't know whether you wanted me to say anything, but I wanted to give her props. That is something that is pretty mature for her age.
Right? Oh, well, we lost him there. He'll be calling back any second. But, yeah, she is 19 years old. She's, like I said, my baby. She's a twin. Not an identical twin, but she has a twin brother. She was, let me see. The brother was born first. She came out, I think, 5 minutes later. Can't remember. But, yeah. Well, guys, it is. Oh, there he is right there. What's up?
Hey, as I was saying before, the great mountain behind me have spoken. But, I was impressed because, I mean, you don't see that in kids nowadays. And I wanted to give her props. And I also want to congratulate you probably on raising a very good daughter. Because, like I said, girls her age right now are worried about what the Kardashians are fucking doing.
Right.
I'm honest, bro. 19 years old, they're worried about Glamour magazine and all that bullshit.
Right.
Oh man, did you read in some magazine is awarding the Woman of the Year award? Wait a minute, wait for it. Caitlyn Jenner.
I knew you were gonna fucking say that.
I was like, hold on a minute. That motherfucker still has his twig and berry. He's not a woman. He is not a woman. He is a man that's had a breast enlargement surgery. All right? He can identify himself as a man, but hell, I can look at a glazed donut and say it's a fucking chocolate donut. That don't mean it's a chocolate donut.
That's true.
You know what? All this shit, we got to respect that. No, that's bullshit. This is a publicity stunt. That's what it tantamounts to, and we're all getting fucking egg on our face to buy into.
Right.
I'm telling you, he's doing this for fucking money and to remain relevant because the Kardashians kicked him to the fucking curb. And he goes, really? Watch this. I'll be more famous than you. And look at what the fucking ass he's making. This is a decathlete. A fucking decathlete that represented us in the United States Olympics. You know how hard it is to fucking compete as a decathlete?
Right.
And now he's fucking running around with tits and calling himself a woman? and he still wants to date women. I don't know. I see it as a publicity stunt. He's not wanting to be a woman because a woman is a woman. And now we've got places. We had ESPN give the fucker award and courage when we've got athletes that lost limbs in the military and they still compete, but they don't get the award and courage. I mean, it's getting insane, folks. Really, it's getting fucking insane. We can't recognize those that are really entitled to the recognition. How about recognizing Chloe on the great efforts she's done for legalizing and educating people on the fucking cannabis?
Right.
How about Michelle LeMay? That's a Woman of the Year.
Yes.
All right. There's plenty of people we could prop up there. But fucking Caitlyn Jenner? That's all another story, folks. That's something that we can close to the end here, you know. Figure we'll end at 420 Dab. Go out on 420 Dab. What do you think, Rick?
Well, let's do it because, we're gonna end on this song.
Yeah, let's get the dad prepared. Let me fire up the torch. Get this going. But this week, folks, just think, ugly kids, but go out with the evidence that we just give you. Do your own research. Take that to your local senator or your city council member or your state representative and ask them, what the fuck is this shit about? Are we financing this? Is this real? And I guarantee you they're all going to either deny it because they're dumb or they're going to lie to you and tell you, oh, that ain't true. That don't exist. Well, wait a minute. How come this fucking... Do you really think this nuclear scientist is going to give up his fucking character and his recognized in his status in his field to go out on a limb and claim what he did? And then we followed up with the other article that said, wow, these are the same ingredients. And this guy comes up with, hey, this is what they're fucking doing. They're spraying coal ash on us, folks. That's what's in this fucking chemtrail mixture is coal ash.
Well, that's the carrier that we just found out. So, but, yep. It is that time, my friends. And
all right, I'm hitting her up. And we want you to take something with you this week.
Interesting show. I mean, yeah, blow me away type of show, man. I mean, so I hope the listeners had that same experience. You know, I mean,
I told you, Rick. Once we jump on this roller coaster, brother, you're going to be surprised at some of the shit I'm going to throw at you. But we're going to be able to back it up with facts.
Right.
But it's all shit that needs to be out there and be talked about. And it don't seem that the mainstream media or Facebook or I don't know. We're not talking about these conversations that need to be spoken about.
Right.
And if our listeners take this to walk away and they broach this subject with a friend or coworker or a family member and it continues on the conversation, that's what we're here about.
Right? So guys,
you know,
if you just remember, man, if you have a story that you feel like you want us to talk about it, man, post it on our Let's Talk About It page, and you know, we'll definitely we will definitely talk about it, you know.
We'll definitely look into what the topic is, and you never know, you might hear it.
Right? So guys, we're gonna be out of here. You know, you have a great week. We hope you enjoyed this show. And, you know, as this next song fucking states, man, don't worry. Be happy.
Be happy.
All right, guys. You have a blessed week, and we will talk to you next week, man. Peace out.
Leave you on a happy note.
Right? We're going to take us a dab and...
All righty.
We're not...
Oh. Go ahead. That's all right.
Yeah, man.
Take your dad, brother. That's what I just got done there. That's why I said, all righty.
Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry. Be happy. In every life we have some trouble. But when you worry, you make it double. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry. Be happy now. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Ain't got no place to lay your head. Somebody came and took your bed. Don't worry. Be happy. The landlord say your rent is late. He may have to litigate. Don't worry. Be happy. Look at me, I'm happy. Don't worry. Be happy. I give you my phone number. When you worry, call me. I make you happy. Don't worry. Be happy. Ain't got no cash, ain't got no style, ain't got no gal to make you smile. But don't worry. Be happy. Cause when you worry, your face will frown, and that will bring everybody down. So don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry. Be happy now. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Now there is this song I wrote. I hope you learned it note for note like good little children. Don't worry. Be happy. Listen to what I say. In your life expect some trouble. But when you worry, you make it double. But don't worry. Be happy. Be happy now. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't do it. Be happy. Put a smile on your face. Don't bring everybody down like this. Don't worry. It will soon pass, whatever it is. Don't worry, be happy. I'm not worried.